Say, what's cracking, everybody? On today's video is going to be a little update on the upcoming release of LinuxHub Prime. This video is inspired by the Linux Mensch because he just recently made a video discussing the problems with volume icon on window managers, on tiling window managers and window managers. So this was one of the big issues that I was having with my system itself. And it's the problem that broke volume icon. And I had figured out the fix the way the Linux Mensch also figured it out. But that change also broke icons all over the system. So the regular system icons was not working, especially like on GUI apps like GIMP and things like that. The icons were all messed up on the file managers. But anyways, I finally figured it out. So obviously on all of my window managers, volume icon is no longer on there to control the volume. And basically what I did is I implemented my own volume system. I believe it's a BSPWM that it comes already configured to where you can use your mouse and scroll up to the panel itself and control the volume. I want to say as BSPWM and Hyperlin on both of them systems, but I still added it to those systems also. So in this video, I'm just going to showcase the way the volume is going to work on window managers. But on those two systems, of course, you could just do it from the panel itself automatically. But I still implemented my method of doing it. And I'm also gonna have these key bindings here. As you can see, I'm gonna have these posted on my website, and I'm also gonna post these down in the video description. So just in case, it'll kind of give you an idea of how to add key bindings or even custom key bindings, so you can add your own. I mean, a quick Google search is going to give you this information. It's not something It's not something that can be done by any person, but using these, looking at this script, it has them labeled by window manager. So like, let's say up here on the top one is Awesome Window Manager. We got i3, BSPWM. Oh, for those that don't know, i3 is coming in the next release. I got BSPWM, QTile, and of course Hyperlin. Now, the thing with these is that with each window manager, it's different. The key bindings are different. The way you add the key bindings is different. Some functions may look the same, but it's not the same. So you have to figure out, the key bindings are different for each window manager. So you have to figure out how to add the key bindings, which, like I said, a simple Google search is going to get you this information. But I figured I'll put them all together on one script. That way, it'll be useful for somebody, I guess. You know what I mean? And so what I did is I created a volume. The thing here is that you have to figure out on each window manager how to do it. And I just have these labeled here because this is what I have on my system. So if you want to play with it, add your own key functions, you can do it. So basically the way I have it set up, the key binds for the volume is on my number pad. The subtract is going to lower the volume, and the plus is going to raise the volume. And that's going to be for each window manager. You can change it if you want. If you don't like those key bindings, if you use the number pad, subtract and add, you can change these key bindings to whatever you want. But this is the way I have it set up. It's just what I'm used to. So I'm just setting it up the way I have it. And like I said, I'm going to post this link, on my website and in the video description. That way everybody can have an idea of how they do these things on themselves. If you want to play, usually people that use these window tiling manager systems, they pretty much already know this. But, there's a lot of people that don't. So, hey, why not just add to it? So in this example, let's say, for example, an Awesome Window Manager, this would be to raise the volume. And you can see right here, it says awful.key, and you got some, this is basically the key bind where I added right here. So there is no mod, because I didn't want to use a mod. I just wanted just to press the button, and like this is an example right here. I'm raising the volume here on my system, and now I'm going to lower it. And you can see it gives you an output of the volume being raised and the volume being lowered. So basically it's just the KP add, which is the number pad add symbol, and KP subtract. And subtract is to lower, add is to add, is to raise. And I have these pointing towards this script right here. And the add is going to be 1.sh, and to lower is going to be 2.sh. So I'll make these scripts available also. That way you could change them. You could change the way they output the the notifications. You could use Zen notify. You can use a million things. I just did a quick and easy, dirty way to do it. It works, and I'm happy with it. But anyways, this is the setup for Awesome Window Manager. For i3, there's these down here. You can see where it says volume keybinds. And this is the keybind to raise the volume. And this is the keybind to lower the volume. And you can see I'm using the same keys. It's all across on all the systems. It's the same keys to raise and lower the volumes. And I'm using the same scripts. Below that, I have BSPWM. And you can see right here, these are the keybinds. This on BSPWM is real simple. I just add the key itself and the script it points to. I don't need any extra functions or nothing. It's just simple. And this top one right here is to raise the volume, and below it is to lower the volume. All right. And then on QTile, which is the next system below that, you can see this is the function right here to raise volume, and this is the function to lower volume. And right here, like I said, I'm not using mod on any of them. I'm just using the key itself. And then we have hyperland. You can see right here, KP add and KP subtract. And these I kind of made variables and put the scripts in the variables themselves. So this is the variable to raise the volume, and this is the variable to lower the volume. And I just added the variable at the end of the script itself. All right, these are basically the only keybinds that I mess with. Everything else is pretty much default. So the default keybinds are the remaining keybinds. On some systems, I did add, like on Hyperland, I added a bind for Rofi. I pretty much added a bind for Rofi on all of them, and you can see up here, this is the one for Rofi. Did I add one to BSPWM? I'm pretty sure I did. I'll double check the system. If I did, I'll make sure that's added to this list also. And you can see up here, i3, which I haven't displayed yet, but you can see I do have my Rofi menu, and this is set up to Super+d, and even a power menu, and to edit the config file. And plus the rest of the keybinds are going to be default. Only the keybinds you see that I post here on this script or underneath this video are going to be the keybinds that I change. Everything else is going to be defaults. All right, so right now I have this is a virtual machine, and this is Hyperland. So right here, you can see I did add the keybind here, but let me just show you first. If you just go up to the volume up here, you can use your scroll wheel on your mouse, and you can raise and you can lower the volume itself. So you don't really. I didn't have to add it here, but I did just to stay consistent with my window managers. And if I add any other window managers, I'm going to do the same thing, because like I said, the whole issue with volume icon, it caused a lot of problems. So right here, you can see if I hit the minus on the keypad, it's going to lower the volume, and you get a display of the volume being lowered. If I hit the plus, it's going to raise the volume, and you get a display of the volume and the percentages on. And you can see it also changes up here on the panel. And pretty much on every system, it's going to be Awesome, BSPWM, i3, QTile, and am I missing one? I think I'm missing one. Let me see. Awesome, BSPWM, i3, QTile, and Hyperland. I have 5 window managers on my system, and on all 5 of them, it's going to be the same keyboard functions. The minus is going to lower, and the plus is going to raise the volume. All right, so this is just a short little quick video, and I am going to post, like I said, these functions on the underneath the video and on my website itself. And I am going to upload that one scripts folder that has the scripts actually inside of them. That way, if you want to play with them, you can mess with them and do whatever you want with them. But I can even show you right here. Let me just shut down this virtual machine. And let me go ahead and close that. This is the script folder, and it has the actual icon, and 1 and 2. 1 is the raise, 2 is the lower. So let me open up 1 and show it to you in the actual text editor. So you can see right here, I have a variable. D1 is a variable, and inside of this variable, I have a mixer -d pulse set master by 5%. And then I pipe that into awk, and basically to print out the actual percentage, I'm getting it from the front left speaker, and I'm getting the percentage, and I'm printing it. Now this variable, I added to a YAD window, and this is the YAD window right here, and that's what opens up in the center of the screen and shows you the percentage of the volume. And you can see right here under the text function, I have the variable and plus the percentage sign followed by volume. It's just simple. It's a quick and dirty, easy way to do it. Like I said, this can be improved on greatly and made to look even better. I even had it at one point where I had a slider and everything, but you know what? Trying to transfer all of that into across all 4 or 5 of the window managers was giving me some headache problems. And this solution right here, keeping it simple, clean and simple, was the way to go. So this is the way I'm setting it up, and that's the way I'm going to pass it along on all 5 of the window managers that I have on my system. Well, technically 6, because OpenBox is also a window manager. The only difference between OpenBox and I want to say Awesome Window Manager, Awesome Window Manager and OpenBox are floating window managers. Although Awesome can easily be switched over to tiled. It's a little bit more harder on OpenBox, but Awesome and OpenBox are considered floating window managers. The rest are tiling window managers. For those that didn't know, you know what I mean? So anyways, I'll post this key bindings down in the video description, and then I'll have these scripts made available to download also. That way, if you want to play with them, you can play with them yourself. All right, so just a little small update on what's coming on the next release. And like I said, i3 is going to be one of the new desktops that's going to be also involved. And then I have a few more. I want to say LXQT, Pantheon, Ukui. There's like 5 different desktop environments are going to be added on the December release. So once December rolls around, I'll release the ISO with all the latest releases. I mean, I could actually patch the updater so you can use them right now, but I just want to hold off until December. And I want to hold off, I want to say till like December 3rd, because in the beginning of the month, it seems like clockwork. Every month, Arch Linux, they get into their mood, and, you know, I mean, rightfully so, you know, it is a rolling release. So there's nothing we can complain about. You know, we knew the job was dangerous when we took it. So if you chose Arch Linux, you know what you're getting into. And like clockwork, every beginning of every month, they do a lot of patches, and they remove a lot of stuff. They add a lot of stuff, and it tends to break a lot of things. This is a lot of the issues that people have with Calamares and Arch Linux, is that it's just constantly breaking things. So that's the main reason why I just decided not to mess with Calamares. You know, just in a nutshell. So, you know, I'm going to wait at least a week. I want to say 3 days to a week before I actually release my my ISO. And you know, I just want to play it safe, because the last time I released an ISO, I want to say it was the October 16th or something like that. October 15th or 16th, I released an ISO, and literally a day later, it was broken already. And that's what made me create the updater. You know, that way we don't have to worry. So I guess technically I could release it on the 1st, since I have the updater. But you know, I just like to play it safe because, like I said, it's been like clockwork with Arch Linux. Every month they're just breaking stuff and they're removing programs, and you know, it's the bane of my coding existence. But like I said, we knew what we were getting into when we chose Arch Linux, and we know that it's a rolling release setup, so it's constantly going to be changing. For those of you that don't know, that's the reality of Arch Linux. It's rolling release, and it's constantly changing. Anyways, enough rant about that. All right, you guys have if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you didn't, by all means, give it a thumbs down. And if you're new around here, please subscribe to the channel. And that's going to do it for this video. And I'm out. Oh, and happy Thanksgiving, everybody.